Okay, I put words to this, and I'm just going to let it play out and read the words. This is the 4th of July, and I'm looking at the inner fireworks that are inside light, while outside people are just filling the skies with lights of the fireworks. Anyway, here I begin it now. The colors and the brightness or darkness of an orb is an ever-changing thing. Often, orbs will seem to just come apart. This orb is developing a hole in it. It appears often that the color just seems to be falling out of the orb. This orb seems to be parting by a darkness cutting it in half. Orbs often develop folds in them. This orb is folding forward on the right-hand side and gaining more light. The other side seems to be folding backward and losing lights. Orbs are in constant movement. Some holes develop in an orb that seem to be more precise of a roundness. The hole can appear any place on the orb. The holes that appear are sometimes of unusual shape. There are many circles with concentric circles around them inside the orb. This hole seemed to be making a cave of a sort inside the orb. It tunneled further in. The next few orbs show what looks like plant life. See if it looks that way to you. And now I just show some of the orbs without any words. It looks like plant life, but it could be something not like a plant. It's just that in our world we think everything has to mimic something that we're familiar with. Who knows what this really is? But I know it's not dust. People are always saying, "You're looking at dust." Either that or they'll say, "It's just light." Well, it is amazing. Light is amazing. I was in an area when I was shooting these pictures where I just followed the orb after orb along, getting more and more of the dark branchy part. It just kept going through one orb and up into another orb, so it seemed to be one long thing, is what I'm trying to say. But you can only show it one orb at a time when you take still pictures. This orb is wrinkling in an unusual way, its folds twisting about, showing more brightness where they crest. This orb seems to be having an entering into it by a darker yet colorful push of something from the top and from the bottom. This appears to be two orbs beside each other, each with a different hue. Often orbs seem to hover over one another like a biplane. The hole developing in this orb looks like a doorway. Hello? Do come in. Orbs seem to be splitting apart or reforming with another orb or any number of other movements. Sometimes they seem to have tendrils, jellyfish-like. This orb has what looks like a chain image in it. Who knows how many orbs are entangled here? Looks chaotic, yet in a nanosecond it can take on an orderly look about itself. I call this close-up view of an orb the Rainbow Bridge. Come, let's trip the light fantastic. Let's see where this road leads us. Wow, what a trip, and I did not even have to smoke or ingest anything. If this orb were the ocean, then there is a huge wave coming up. The folded-looking orb is coming direct from the light source in that form. It will unfold and refold and fold again and again and again. My older camera always shows me things in the orbs that I don't always get with my newer ones. This above pea pod looking artifact is in my older camera. And it's like stuck and it's always on the same place of the page. Now, this orb picture was taken with my new camera, and what looks like the artifact stuck in a certain spot in my older camera is showing up in the new camera's picture. Not only that one artifact, but the double jointed one is here shown, and this is with my new camera. That double jointed one shows up a lot, but I didn't read that part. When I am viewing orbs through my viewer of the camera, I sometimes think, which orb do I want to go up inside of and look at closer? Orbs scroll up like they were a book of light. Maybe they are a book of light, full of information. Sometimes they can look like a parachute. Sometimes they fan out like a peacock strutting its feathers. The fanned out orbs can be very colorful. I catch them in all of their phases. Well, maybe not all, but quite a few. In all of their moods. This one looks fiery, doesn't it? This one would be crazy looking as wallpaper for a room, would it not? I don't think I could stay in a room with wallpaper like that. Light can turn right angles on a dime. Or become full of holes, holes with concentric circles around them. This one looks kind of like a spaceship. Kind of a crooked spaceship too. And then I just show a few that are very colorful. I don't have any words for these. This light orb looks like a clamshell. It ribbons, it fans, it develops holes, it makes light bridges, it caves in on itself, it zigzags, it lights up with electric colors. And next I will show you a friend I have called Harry. And this is Harry. I call him that because he looks hairy and he drops down into orbs suddenly, kind of like a spider. Here is Harry again. I only see Harry with my old camera. This older camera captures 2 eyes in every orb. They are sometimes hard to see because of the colors. These are the 2 eyes right there. Uh-oh, reached out there and that stopped it. Just my motion. While there are many circles in the orbs, these 2 eyes are always just below center and to the right a little bit. And this one shows you the 2 eyes I'll quit pointing with my hand, it messes things up. Now, you can see several orbs in this picture, and they all have their two eyes. Lower left, almost the center, but not quite. And here's Harry again. I think sometimes maybe Harry is a Harriet. Maybe Harry is female. Don't know. These are some strange-looking residents in Harry's world. There's always these little funny-looking things around Harry. Sometimes an orb makes some strange and beautiful movements, turning and twisting at it as it moves like a free spirit dancing wildly and invisible to most everyone. Except for now, you can see their movements through these pictures. And now I just show a lot of pictures of the movements of orbs. They look like people dancing at a ball here with big long dresses on. And this movement that orbs make is in conjunction with my eyes. So we're co-creators of what the orbs will show us. Look at this beautifully colored one. And now for the fireworks. Well, this is the 4th of July, so I had to put one on there that looked like a big explosion of fireworks. And this one looks like a little creature that's riding on his daddy's back. Ride me on your back, please, Daddy. Sometimes I see what looks like bones and joints in an orb, such as the next few pictures show. I'll just be quiet and show these. They're very strange looking indeed. I see so many different kinds of things in orbs. This orb, and many that I take pictures of, look like this, like a fish net. And when I take pictures of orbs outdoors, I usually get some of the landscape in. And this is sunlight reflecting off of water droplets that are on my hand, and that shows the orb in the water droplet shine. And this orb is like a bolt of material unfolded to show its many colors and patterns. What is this orb trying to do anyway? Your guess is as good as mine. Orb movements seem to be vortex-like sometimes. A little nest of eggs, maybe. I have so many that have little spots of egg-like looking things in them. Sometimes I take pictures of orbs around people, and I managed to put one on a baby's face in the pool here. Orbs move into another version of themselves like this. Also, many other ways do they do the same kind of exchange. Orbs are very flexible. They constantly amaze me. We are, all of us, surrounded by orbs. Color is everywhere. There is no such thing as empty space. Orbs move like a waterfall. As they move about, they display many colors and patterns. And I don't have any words for these next few pictures. I just wanted to show you some of the very unusual ones that I have thousands of pictures like this of so many different ways that the movements of the light and inside the orb can look like. And then I show here a series of just a very few of the many that I have, similar to the one going by here, of just the most colorful arrangement of colors inside these orbs. Sometimes even you can kind of make out something that looks like a face peering back at you through there. If you look at it long enough, you can make a face in anything. We're good at that. No two ever alike. There's so much inside of an orb. On the side, if this were shown on its side, it looks thin. But when you look in the roundness of it, it looks like there's much depth to them. I don't think I put any good pictures of orbs on their side, but they're very thin, wafer-like looking when you see them on their edges. And they move about. They look like an earthworm in a way. One end of them looks a little bit like the shape of an earthworm. They carry all kinds of, and I just have to say, things in them, because I don't know what these things are. I have no clue. But there they come again. I see them all the time. I love to look at orbs because I never know what kind of orb I'm going to be looking at next. It sure makes you wonder what all this means, or what it is, or how to accept it. You know, it's there. It's obviously there. And I don't know any explanation of all this yet that makes any kind of sense to me. But of course, I haven't heard from the scientific people who I have sent many videos to, but they never respond. I just would like them to say something, you know, like, wow, this is interesting, or I need to look at this further, or any number of things. But I think perhaps maybe they get so much mail they can't look at all their mail, at all the videos that are sent to them. But I sure wish they would look at them. This is my LED light. I took a picture of the light itself, and you can see the orbs as they come out of the light already colorful. I thought this one was unusual because of that color of green in it. It was pretty fantastic. Such a mingling of colors. It's just amazing all the time when I see colors put together in these sorts of ways. The artist in me wants to paint this, but then again, I'm not that kind of an artist that uses acrylics or anything, and why do it when you can see it on the computer screen? But I wish there was a way of printing them out and making the colors come more out somewhat, like they do on some of the cards you see. Oh, well, I'll stop this and read this one. Today is the 4th of July, and as I make this video, people outside are shooting fireworks and looking at light in the sky. Light fascinates us. Since I have discovered light in the orb, which I capture with a digital camera, I find to my amazement all this activity that light does in the invisible. I focus my camera on shiny spots of light and go in close, and it seems I have discovered something fascinating and meaningful. Yet tonight the majority of people will only see the firework lights in the sky. But the heavens are within us, and we are full of light ourselves. Let's shine our lights into the night sky. I think I have a little bit more before this is done. Come on. I'm not an expert at this by any means. I can tell you that what I see when I look at the screen is more defined than what you will see of this video of a video, which is what this is. You lose some of the distinctness. But maybe I'm getting some of that color. Well, of course I'm getting some of the color, but maybe I'm getting it enough that you can enjoy it real well. These are just the most fantastic orbs that I've ever seen anyone take a picture of. Most people take pictures of orbs that are pretty much white, but they do have colorful ones sometimes in different shapes. I could show them how to take these pictures, and they could get all kinds of colorful orbs as well. It seems like to me that light is shown as orbs, as round orbs that can move and take many, many patterns and shapes and colors into themselves. Oh, there's Harry again, my friend. Sometimes when I don't see him, I'll say, Harry, show yourself. I'll say that 3 or 4 times, and there he comes. He drops down, and it's like, well, he can't talk to me, but it's like he comes when I ask him, maybe beg him a little bit, to come, please let me take a picture of you. I want to know that you're still there. Are you a figment of my imagination? Are you maybe just a figment of dirt inside my camera? I don't know, but I really think that you are a light creature. I mean, stranger things than fiction are true. I mean, truth is stranger than fiction. I've heard that said all my life, and I can believe it. From these pictures I see all this stuff is invisibly right here in the room with us, and we just walk right through it every day. Indoors or outdoors, it doesn't matter. Oh, that's Harry again. He's got a pretty background this time. Oh, and I took this picture off of somebody posted it on the internet. And the sky, that's the sky above a brick wall. And some of my orbs look similar to that outline of that color that was in the sky. So perhaps what was in the sky was a big orb-like creation of light, because this is a patterning that they often do. And this is where I end. I will end it by stopping it here. All of us are made of light, and we are all surrounded by light. We can all of us learn how to honor the light that is in our brothers and sisters, and we are all of us one. And this is the Dove Lady, and this is the end. Over and out for now. Bye-bye.